I think it's a chase. I think once the catch is caught, I think that has something to do with it. But also, I think what goes into this is not building a strong enough rapport. Because if you exchange numbers too soon, you haven't really built up the desire for the person.
Yeah.
The desire to keep learning, the desire to keep talking. This person is interesting. They are holding my attention. We have just been able to go and go and go. It feels like I've known this person forever. That's missing when you don't take the time to build the rapport first.
Does it? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna go back to. Well, it's never just one thing.
It's a reason, not the reason.
Yeah. I was initially gonna go back to. It might just be like a. It might not necessarily be a really fire connection, but because there is somewhat of a connection, you just want to see where it can go. And I don't know if that's necessarily true for people who are like really genuinely like being super intentional, like really 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 truly just vetting all the way on the app, as opposed to, I think we kind of get like halfway through the vet and then get the number and try to get like the last half or the second half. And then sometimes you just realize like, maybe I overshot it or shot too soon, or
But immediately, because I feel like the question
it's
is
not
going to like.
well, it's not immediately. But it could be like with the apps anyway. Sometimes the shit is overwhelming. So sometimes you might just have too many
options.
numbers in your phone, and you just like just replying to people, whether it's on the app or off the app. Honestly, just like replying to people, trying to basically like clear your memory card type of shit. Like that part of it can just be overwhelming. It can be distracting. So, and you're simultaneously trying to like potentially make potential connections, and it can kind of like the luster gets lost because you're just like hitting that one, boom, 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 and you got to go back. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of.
I also wonder if it's like post nut clarity. Because I've had that happen to me. Like, I'll be talking to a guy, and then we'll exchange numbers, and then for whatever reason, I go back to the app, look at him again, and I'll be like, I don't really like this man.
Yeah.
Or like, I think I was too hasty. I probably shouldn't have allowed the number exchange because, like, I really ain't feeling him. And so, because also, once you take it to phone, it's like, what's next?
Yeah.
It's like that. It kicks in where it's like, okay, now what? Right? Yeah. And if you were never really desiring, then the now what seemed real immediately ending.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my thoughts on that.
I don't. Do you normally like to like how soon once you get off the app, preferably would you like to do like an in-person meetup?
Because I'd like to stay on the app for quite some time. Like I don't have like a 3 week or anything like that, but I do like to have enough conversation on the app to even feel comfortable moving. So if I feel comfortable giving you my number, by the time I do that, I'm pretty comfortable meeting up somewhere face to face.
Okay. I got you. I'm trying to think if there's anything that kills the chemistry. Sometimes the fucking...
I have something in my throat. I'm so sorry.
You good? Just give it a good...
And the problem is it keeps coming up and I keep swallowing it and it keeps getting stuck in the same spot. Go ahead.
I don't know how you fix that.
I need to get up and go spit it out. I'm good.
Sometimes the conversation don't hit the same.
But why?
Sometimes it just don't, because I think when you get the number, it makes it kind of like real life a little bit more now.
It's the and now what?
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, sometimes they be want to call you.
So.
Oh God.
I think about I think above all, I think that's gonna be your main thing. The moment you get somebody's number, you text them, hey, or whatever the fuck you say, what up, bitch, whatever the fuck you say to these bitches.
I don't say that. I usually send a very formal introductory, hey, this is Jax, this is Jackson. And then I usually try to send some pictures of it just to kind of like, give a refresh. Yeah, just in case.
I think your thing is going to be you send those 3 pictures after your formal introduction and that bitch call you.
And oh my God, I'm already red flag. Red flag. This bitch want to talk too much.
I feel like you answer the phone like, fine. I feel like that's exactly what happens because according to you, fine is never fine.
Yo, I be in the. If what happens is I used to be in the middle of like replying, and then the fucking phone ring. I'm like, oh my God. I be like, what do they want? I'm like, oh my God.
Do you feel like that when I call you?
I feel like that when everybody calls me on certain days. So you've been a. But then there's other times where I just be like, oh shit, what up? I'm just being honest.
I always catch him though, freshly off of a wake up or in the office. They can kill it.
I do not. That phone shit is a killer for me. It is, and I think it X's me out a lot of the time. So we're here now. It X's me out a lot of the time, like with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll say, oh, like hop on a call. You know, not hop on a call. That's some business shit. But like let's
about corporate business.
yeah, like oh yeah, here's my number. When can you call me? Are you free? Like let's get on a call later if we can talk over the phone and like I get it, but
Is FaceTime better?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, it's better. I guess it's better, but it ain't really like it's still. I don't prefer it. Like I just prefer texting, and I know that it's women be wanting to know if niggas could like have conversation like in real life, real time.
And what you sound like, because the way you sound will turn me off in a second. You got a high pitched voice? Immediately no. Why? No. When I say immediately no, this has happened before. I get on the phone with a man, and he hit me with this voice.
Oh my God.
Nope. I'm immediately busy, and my phone is disconnected.
I'm immediately busy. That's funny. Listen, these are a couple of rapid fires. What's the best date that you've been on from an online dater?
The best date that I've been on from an online dater. I would have to say it was a back-to-back date, and we didn't do anything major, but it was like multiple things. We met up, we went to eat, and then we went to like this activity spot, had a couple drinks, and then we went to the movies. And it was like a continuous, I got to drive this man's car. He had a Benz. It was great. I felt in control. It was all the colors and shit.
That's funny.
This is all like on the first day I was driving this man's car. It was great. It was a great time.
I would say this dates back to Philadelphia days. But I would say my best online date was probably, unfortunately, it was the Gypsy. Which that's an old reference. This was a girl who like, I don't know what it was, but we just had a crazy spark.
One of his triggers.
And our first meetup was she loved like French fries. So we went on like a mission just in Center City to like find French fries.
And the best French fries? Were y'all trying to find the best French fries?
Yeah. And then
that's really cute. I'm changing mine, but go ahead.
And then we walked around, and this was all walking, like, because we like in Center City. And then we got the fries, and then we went to 7-Eleven and got like some hot chocolate, because at the time I worked in corporate, and I would always get their hot chocolate. And for some reason, 7-Eleven hot chocolate was just like fire at that one particular place or whatever. So we went there, we got 2 hot chocolates, and then we went to, I forget the name of it. It was almost like a lunch place. And we sat in there, The kitchen was closed, but the store was open. So we sat in there and we really just like chopped it up for like 3 hours or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went back to the crib and we smashed. But it wasn't like on some hoe shit.
Sure.
It was just on some like we really
Y'all vibe.
vibe.
Yeah.
Like
Just because you smash on the first date don't make you a hoe.
yeah, no, of course not.
I mean, not for everybody.
Nobody.
I'm changing mine. That was a good one. But the best one, I met this man. Obviously, it didn't work out. Anyway, I met this man, went to Starbucks to get coffee. Sitting in Starbucks, he was like, let's take a walk. Now, this took me out of my norm, check all my boxes of like, am I safe? Because he's like, on the spot, let's take a walk. I'm like, fuck it. So we were going to walk across the street to go into the plaza where there's like TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, all of that. So we end up going over there. We get into the store and he's like at the entrance. He's like, okay, this is what we have to do. I told you about this. He was like, we have 5 minutes to go and get each other a gift for under $20. Just met this nigga an hour ago. We have to shop for each other. My brain is going fucking insane because I'm like, shit, I don't know this man for real. I know where he's from. We had some small conversation. So we get our gifts, and he's like taunting me because apparently like he was good with it. But he's taunting me because I am in distress. And you can see it because I'm also like a super thoughtful giver. So now I have to be thoughtful with somebody I don't know shit about this man.
Yeah.
I am. So every like minute he's finding me and like, you got 4 minutes. You got 3 minutes. I'm like, fuck.
Is he yelling this from across the store or are y'all on the phone?
It's like, no. It's like he would find me and then he would walk past the aisle and be like, you got 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And so now I got to look back, see him, focus. It's insane for 5 minutes. So then we get in the line and I'm like hiding my gifts. I'm like, don't look at my gift because we're going to go back to the car, open it, whatever. He had mentioned he was restarting his fitness journey, so I got him some meal prep containers for like $13, and he got me an oil diffuser, but it was shaped like a mushroom, and it had projections. The light projected from it on the ceiling. It was like the moon and stars.
Okay.
Favorite color, purple. He got it in purple. I was like, it was like a super cute, like out of nowhere, kind of like, let me see what she could do on her feet type shit. Such a cute date.
Nice.
Yeah.
Trying to find another good one. Would you be turned off by a man admitting he sets a budget for a first date?
Yes. Not for the reasons that you're thinking, though. I don't care about the budget. Why is that my business?
Okay.
Because when I'm on dates, the check is there. You got it. I will sometimes try to get him to go to the restroom. I'm going to let you take care of your finances.
That's scammer activity, bro.
Well,
when the fucking bill comes, you just get up and dip.
I don't mean it like that, but it's like, I'm going to give you privacy. It's just like when somebody's using their credit card in front of me, I pretty
You
much
just want
walk
to give
away.
him room.
I mean, yeah, because like, what if like, I don't know, they come back and say your card declines? Like, that's kind of uncomfortable. Or like, let's just say you need to pay, I don't know, half card, half cash. Like, I leave room for
Is that
you
embarrassing? Is that like a...
I don't know that it's embarrassing, but I think people might think that it is. We're on a date, and it's probably more of a beginning date, and you don't know me. And so I leave room for people to not feel smothered around the payment process. I feel like sometimes payment can be a bit overwhelming. Especially if we go to like, let's just say we're going to a more expensive restaurant and then something happened with your card or you got to split up the payment or whatever. I leave room for that. So it's the fact that you told me about your budget.
Okay.
Because there's something to that. Because why? I don't need to know anything about your finances right now.
What if it's just budget talk in general? Like, what if it's not necessarily, I'm telling you that, hey, we got $100 cap on whatever we do today. But what if it's just like almost in passing that like he's trying to do certain things with his life, so he is currently on a budget?
Is it repeated?
What's considered
Because there's something.
No, I'm saying like 2 times, 3 times. Like what's considered a repeat?
2 is literally repeat.
Okay.
Because there's something to like, yeah, we're talking about this in passing versus you repeating it almost as though like you're sending a message without telling me what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what are you getting at here?
Okay.
So
he get there. All right, bitch. Relax. What's the?
but also this is also why it's very important for men to you plan the date.
Yeah.
You know what your money looking like. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you got to spend. So plan the date accordingly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Would you be offended if a woman? No, because you.
If a woman what?
A woman,
If a woman offered to do anything for me in my benefit,
there was a question in there I want us to talk about.
the one that you text or another one?
Oh, go that one first.
Okay. Girl. Wait. Let me. So
You get on my nerves.
I guess our Frex homie text her this, and she screenshot it and sends it to me. Let me read. No, let me read. I'm gonna read it in my woman voice. So, girl, let me tell you a question.
Is this woman okay?
Let
Is
me
she
ask
drunk?
you a question.
Okay.
She black.
Is she drunk? What?
Yeah, she's black.
Don't get beat up.
She's black and she's 26.
Read the damn question.
Girl, let me tell you a question. Like, all right, girl, let me ask you a question. She went to school. She got semicolons and slashes in here and shit. All right.
She's a lawyer.
Ooh. I rest my case. That's so corny. All right, man.
It's you.
Girl, let me ask you a question. Are the apps just for men who want to casually date / have fun, or men who are intentionally dating for marriage? And how do we know the difference? That is a good question. I guess I'm a man, so I'll take the lead.
Look at you leading.
I don't know. I'm so masculine.
Alpha.
Yeah. I was gonna say Omega, but nah, I'm not that.
No.
That's hilarious.
Alpha man.
That's funny.
With a sprinkle of beta.
I think all niggas want to fuck. Let me start there. And not in a negative way. Like, not in an only fuck way.
I was gonna say what's implied there is only.
Yeah. But that's not how I'm saying it. I'm saying like all dudes at some point in time.
Women want to fuck too.
Hopefully sooner. Yeah, but it's more like it's more outward on the women that I've experienced. Like,
They don't want you to think they're whores.
it's the majority, and I hate that. Like, and why you trying to switch up now?
She retired.
Well, bitch, you about to go to the Raptors with this one because we about to take that jersey down.
I hate you so much.
But I think most niggas wanna fuck. It's just your job to kind of figure out like who only wants to fuck versus who wants to do other things. But I also think like it's almost like innocent until proven guilty. It's like casual until proven serious.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's how I think that's the most logical way to go about it. Mm-hmm. And I think we kind of always have a back and forth about that on it's like the who came first, the chicken or the egg, based off of like, do I want to go into it not knowing who I'm dealing with, but I'm looking for something serious? Or do I meet the people and figure out who I want something serious with based on who they are? So I personally just think niggas go in at the bare minimum. A win would just be some kind of casual sexual activity or maybe even just like companionship. At the very least, maybe I got like a decent looking woman on my side or I could be seen with or take out or whatever. And I think it would build into something more. Like, I'm here just to see what's out there. But if I meet the right person, then actually I am serious now. But I do think a lot of niggas go in there just to smash. I think if you want to get on an app that's a little bit more focused with the serious people, you're probably gonna have to pay some money. Cause when people start paying for shit, that mean they really serious about it. But if it's just a free for all, and it's easy to disguise as a nigga who wants something serious, but really you just trying to reel her in enough so that y'all could get some sort of physical thing going on. And then you handle whatever happens later. But you didn't already smash. I've always thought that was a very slimy way of like getting sex. So like that's why I say that my honesty even adds to just me talking myself like out of sexual situations, because I can't just like blatantly lie to somebody.
Sure.
And know that I'm not serious at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I don't know. It is hard to tell, because she did ask that part. I think it could be hard to tell who's serious and who's not, but damn, I don't even know.
I wonder why people are trying to tell. Just ask. Just ask. Literally just ask. And then listen to the rest of the conversation and see if it aligns. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out why we guessing. For what? I ask every single person. And I generally started out with, your profile says that you're looking for this. Is that actually what you're looking for? Or are you open to something else? Mm. And I ask that question specifically for them to, and maybe this is a game, maybe I don't know. But I kind of ask the question as, are you open to something else? So that they can tell me their true answer. Because if I say, are you open to something else? I feel like if they are, they'll come out and say really what it is, thinking that I'm aligned. Or they can come out and say, no, like I'm really just looking for. And then their answer will then lead me to my answer. If they say, well, I mean, I might be open to something long term, but like I'm really hoping for right now. And then that leads me to saying, okay, like we're not aligned here. And that's okay. But leaving the open door for them to say, actually, my profile says marriage. I want that down the line. But like right now, I'm just looking for something fun. Mm-hmm. Cool. We can't do shit, but cool.
What is the wiggle room on that, though? Like, what's the wiggle room on, like, does the person have to say marriage? Can they say, I'm looking for marriage, but not necessarily I'm open to fun, because that's like on the opposite end of the spectrum. But like maybe like I'm looking for marriage, but I'm not rushing into it. Or I'm looking for marriage.
No, I think that's fair. That's my answer.
Okay.
I'm seeking marriage, but I also want it to be built.
Okay. So if a man would say that, you wouldn't feel like he's trying to just be ambiguous or leave a lot of gray area. Okay.
All of it's a gray. Mm-hmm. You're high.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
You're trying really hard.
I'm trying. It was another. You sound like you wanted to ask another question besides that one.
I just wanted to touch on the question that said, would you be offended or upset if he asks you to take him on a date?
Okay. That was one of the...
It was, and I'm trying to figure out what the actual words were.
Would you be okay with a man asking you to take him out?
Yes, but not for the reasons that you think.
You swear you know what we thinking.
Yeah. Because when I say yes, it's like, so he can't ask to be... It's not that. Well, actually, it is that. It's exactly that, actually. I don't do well... being expected to do certain things. What did you buy me for Christmas? Even my friends. I'm instantly mad. Nothing, bitch. I didn't buy you shit. Don't ask no goofy ass question like that. Because if I'm gonna buy you something, it's gonna be from my heart because I want to. For you to ask me makes me feel like you are entitled,
Yeah.
and you're not entitled to anything that's in my bank account. Not a damn thing.
I agree.
So when for a man to say or to ask me, can I take him out on a date, feels like that. And my answer is no. Not because I don't want to, but because I feel like you're robbing me of my choice.
Yeah.
And that doesn't feel good. So no.
No. Do you feel the same way with women?
Absolutely.
Because that happens a lot.
I know it does.
And
I think it's tacky.
It blows my mind every time.
A part of me feels like that the guy that unmatched me, a part of me feels like that's how he took that.
Oh, okay.
And if he would have just used, I don't know, communication, I could have very well explained what that was and the intent of that. But part of me feels like that's how he took that. That was not my intention at all.
Yeah.
But let me offer. And when I offer, you know that I want to. Because if you ask me, some people feel like once asked, they have to oblige.
Yeah.
Right now, you're forcing me to do something. I don't want to be here ever. And this is the very last time we're going to see each other.
So how do you, because I've experienced flat out. So when we going on a date, so when you're going to take me out, right? I've experienced that like directly, but I've also kind of experienced like, it's not a when you're going to take me out, but it's like you know how Travis be talking where I'm talking to you, but I'm really talking to somebody over there. So I'm talking loud enough so they can like hear me. It's like
Implied?
that. Thank you.
Baby is struggling.
It's like that. But like might say like, well, it's only a certain amount of time before a nigga could take me out before we gotta snip, or, what I'm saying, keep it moving, yada, yada, yada. Or, just like kind of like snide stuff like that. Like I've gotten that too. Or it's like they're trying to tell you
they're trying to guide the situation.
Yeah. And it's like a lot of the time, I mean, I'm talking to you because I do think you're attractive and I do want to try to get to know you a little bit more, even if it is just sexual or whatever it might be. But it's like, damn, like let me quarterback the shit. Because like you said, like now I feel like you telling me what to do. Like you trying to bully me into this interaction that nigga you not about to pay for. So like, shut up.
So.
Or just fucking ghost.
Right, sure.
Dip.
Don't tell me that. Boy, people who tell us out loud that they about to be moving in silent.
Bruh.
Just go.
Well, you sure got a horrible start at it.
Baby, just go. Just be gone. I'm going to say something. I think are we wrapping?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and I want to leave this on the table for everybody. I watched something, I think it might have been on TikTok or Instagram because, TikTok is the homie. And it was a woman speaking about women speaking to men. And what she said was women should always speak from their wetness.
Okay.
And when I heard it initially, I was like, girl, what? But then I thought about it. I actually restarted it to like hear, just listen to her words again. But she said women should become more comfortable always speaking from their wetness. When you are sexually aroused as a woman, there is a certain tone that comes with that. There is a certain way your body moves. When a woman is sexually aroused, she's not speaking. She ain't doing that, right? There's a certain softness that comes from a woman when she is sexually aroused, especially when she is wanting to portray that to a man, right? Her sexual arousal. Like there is a certain, your body it's more fluid, right? Her thought is that if women focused more on speaking to men from that place, so like if I'm talking to a guy and we get so far into conversation and I'm not sure if he's going to make a move, I will not ask him to take me out, but I will say to him, I'm really excited to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I can't wait
I can't wait.
until,
Yeah.
Because to me, in my mind, I'm not a man, you can tell me, you can validate this or not. But I feel like it makes a man feel desired for just being him versus being desired for a free whatever.
Yeah.
Right? It makes a man feel like, no, like, I want you. Fuck the thing. I want you. It comes from the soft place. It comes from a very feminine space of like.
That's actually the shit that'll get you the best scam. Like that's the no. I'm saying like
right, but
like, no,
no.
But I'm saying like, cause you know, like a lot of the game is just trying to get the most by doing the least.
Sure.
But people do it with such an abrasive strategy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you a woman dealing with men, like, nigga, the softer the better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the way in.
Yeah, but we live in a society that says, tell that nigga what you want. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like society is essentially telling us to lead with that. And it's like, I don't agree with that. I don't align with that. I do think that there's something about being feminine. There's something about being feminine for yourself and with yourself, which another conversation, another time. But then there's something about being feminine for and with a man. And I think this idea of being in your soft era is a farce because we've always been allowed to be in our soft era. We've always been allowed to be feminine. I think for the most part, people struggle with putting it on and taking it off.
Yeah.
Right? Because I work in corporate America. I'm in leadership in corporate America. Like, I have to be her. I got to show up with a certain level of vigor and like ownership and like leadership. Like I have to lead that way.
Yeah.
But when I leave work, I'm the softest, most cuddly. I don't know shit. Whatever you want to do is what I want to do. Where you want to be, that's where I want to be. Can I unzip your skin and crawl? I'm very, 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 very feminine. But it's taking it off and putting it on and knowing how to do that. But I think if women spoke more from their softness, from their wetness, I think it'll get us a lot further.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for the ones who are in competition. Like how we was talking about earlier. Like, because I think there's part of, I do think the majority of women do have a slight case of like penis envy, where it's like just the fact that the bar is measured off of what a man can do, and it's not. It's like it's taken offensively that we're saying that there should be a bar for men and a bar for women. You know what I'm saying? The bar, but the women are looking at it like, nah, like we don't need our own bar because we can reach your bar. You know what I'm saying? And that just those types of women, I think, speaking from their wetness will be a task.
They would have to adjust, but most things in life, you make a decision. And once you make the decision, your actions can follow. But you first have to make the decision.
Yeah.
While challenging, they can do it if they wanted to.
Or if they wanted what was on the back end of it. Most enough. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whew. Am I forgetting anything before I know it's a couple of questions that we couldn't get to.
But wait. Series. So we get back to it. Maybe
okay. Wait. Hold on. Do you want to end it with, can you imagine yourself as a 5'3" man and dating? Or do you want to and does God give everyone something special? What is your special thing? That's what we sat here.
Let's start off whoa. Let's end on a high note. God being the high note.
Okay.
We've had enough mess. Let's end on a high note.
Okay.
Let's read the question again.
So it was kind of one question, but I split it in two. So the second part of it was, does God give everyone?
He's saying God. He is not enunciating the D, but
I'm not.
No.
Is God is the Lord.
Yeah, him.
Does he give everyone something special? And if so, what is your special thing? Now that was in context to, it was really some sexual shit, but we could go righteous.
It doesn't have to be sexual though. We were initially talking about like everybody doesn't have everything. So the super fit woman, she's probably also not gonna naturally have a big booty and like really nice sitting boobs, and her skin is gonna glow, and she's gonna have perfect eyesight, perfect teeth, and her hair is gonna be long and down to her back, and she's gonna be hella smart, and she's gonna have, like, you can't have all the things, right? And so we're talking about because I asked Jackson, I said, do you think that God gives everybody something? He said yes. I tend to agree. So the answer, I think, for both of us is yes. God gives, whoever your God is, gives everybody something or some things, but everybody's not going to have it all. My thing.
And that he also purposely leaves some things out.
Yes, he purposely leaves
Yeah.
some things out on purpose.
Yeah.
I think it's a humbling measure, but whatever. Do you know your special thing?
What are we in the realm of? Are we just talking about like body, like physical, or are we talking about
Whatever your thing is? It can be physical, it can be tangible, it can be intangible.
Because I think 2 or 3 things come to mind, right? Like one of my gifts, I think, is patience. But that's kind of like an intangible thing. But I also think. All right, well, I don't want to use patience then, because you can't even. That's kind of invisible until it's needed. But I'm gonna say my ability to get along with everybody / like my sense of humor.
Okay.
Would be like my intangible. I think my tangible, athletic ability. A good stature, I'm not like tall, but I think you could tell like I played ball before. And I think that's like God given.
My intangible would be my ability to nurture and cultivate safety for people. Whoa. Sorry, that was not supposed to happen.
You good.
And then my tangible would be, I'm battling between 2. So I'm going to just cheat and say them both.
Okay.
I'm going to say my freckles. Duh.
Okay.
Low hanging fruit. And my eyes. People really, really love my eyes.
Okay.
Sorry, I have another one. I know. My
narcissist.
Teeth. It's my teeth. My teeth have always been amazing. And everybody ain't able to have great teeth naturally.
That's a fact. That's true. I think I got lucky with some decent teeth too.
Yeah.
Were we talking about? Was there like a second layer to that, or was it just kind of like, what do you think that thing is? Well, what do you think? What do you think is the thing he purposely left out? Whether it be tangible or intangible.
I think he purposely left out slimness.
Okay.
I've always been chubby.
Okay.
Like always.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't the kid who started out like small as a child or skinny. No, I've always been chubby. My family is thick. We just naturally, them niggas big boned.
That's funny.
But I say that, but most of my family is athletic, so I don't mean like sloppy big. None of my family is actually that. They're all just thick, solid people. Like people, my calves, generally, people look at my calves and be like, you have really nice calves, like really big calves. I never worked these
Kick the
bitches.
shit out of somebody.
Hell yeah. Fuck your shit up. But I've never worked these calves out. Like, that was never, I never had a dream to have thick calves. Like, I just have thick calves. So my family is just naturally just solidly built people. So he didn't give me that. He didn't give me that. And I think my family ran out of height and color.
Okay.
I've always wanted to be chocolate, like the color of my freckles.
Do you think that's not like a flaw? Is not the right word, but that's not like a thing that.
Okay, I'll trade it. He didn't give me no ass.
Okay. Okay.
I have my butt is wide. I have no weight. There's no weight. He put all his ass everywhere, or all his weight everywhere else. He didn't put any weight in my butt.
Oh shit.
What do you think he left out for you?
Wait, what about did he leave out an intangible for you?
Oh, yes. The intangible is the realization that I do not have control.
Okay. That's a good one. That's an interesting one.
Because I have control issues. See, I'm able to tell you, if you ask me right now, what are my three of my flaws, baby, I can run them down. Probably won't be able to stop.
That's funny. All right. That's a good one. Physical flaw. I'm kind of with you. I mean, even though some people might, I've been accused of, body dysmorphia. But something in me my dream height was always 6'4". Like, I don't think I'm short, but for some reason I my dream height was I always wanted to be 6'4". I didn't reach that. And I've never been slim. Ever. Never seen an ab.
I disagree.
Never seen an ab.
You've been slim.
Nah.
You've never been skinny. But you've been slim.
I don't know if I've been slim, though. I know what y'all talking about. I know that era.
You were slim.
You
were slim, but I think slim only goes so far depending on your like the makeup of your body.
Yeah.
Because you were slim. Like, but you have broad shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like the base of your body is wide. Like you're not a narrow nigga.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, did you want to disappear? I don't. Like, did you want us to change? Like, did you want to change the composite of your bones?
I just wanted to be. I wanted to be one of them niggas I saw when I was in middle school and shit. Skinny ass fucking niggas and white people. It'll be a windy day. These niggas will have on just
they're blowing away.
Just a t-shirt.
No, they're blowing away.
No wife beater, and like when the wind stopped blowing.
They're gone.
They shirt go right back.
No,
into
when the
place.
wind stopped blowing,
no,
it blowed them to Alice in Wonderland.
They didn't have to adjust their shit.
Blew them.
They ain't had to. You know how niggas with stomachs. We gotta pull your shit out the crease. I just wanted to be a nigga who didn't have to do that after a nice gust, and that was just never my. That's just never been my body type.
Yeah. Feel you. I need to order my food, Jackson.
You need to what?
Order my food.
Oh, my intangible. I'm not. Sometimes I struggle with confidence.
Okay.
Like I'm not the. You know how some niggas just so confident that they damn near arrogant. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like no matter how many times somebody might lose or get rejected or get turned down or whatever, like that don't
bother
it
them.
don't affect them at all. They just on to the next one, my nigga. Like her loss. You feel me? Like I've only had that in athletics, but like in life in general, I'm iffy on that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's not just like that unwavering, arrogant, I'm that nigga type shit. Like God really ain't that wasn't a gift. Some niggas got that shit as a gift. And it's so much of a gift that like it's so real to them that it just becomes reality.
Yeah.
For people around them. Like I just, you know.
Do you think that's something that can then be like can you work your way up to that?
I don't know if you can work your way up to like the God level of that, where it is a gift.
Okay.
I do think it's something that you could like strengthen that muscle though, because I think that's kind of what when people try to get you to do like the affirmations and like the in the mirror manifestation shit, like
Okay.
just like basically forcing yourself to believe something until it becomes true or becomes real. So I do think that there is a level of that, and I think like what happens, what grows confidence is just doing something so many times where you're eventually just getting better and better and better and better at it.
Repetition.
So that's where I think like the work of it can make it a possibility to get it on the right track. But I just don't think you could be gifted. Like it's just a gift, because the gift is the shit that you don't really got to work on or work for.
Could confidence be a muscle? I mean, you said that you can work.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like, it's almost like, are you, you're fast, but, and you can work to, maybe shave off a couple of thousandths of a second or tenths of a second. But a nigga like Usain Bolt he just gifted with it. You know what I'm saying? So like you can only work your way up to be so much of fast, but you either got it or you don't.
Okay.
Type of thing.
That's fair.
Like you'll just never get to that level. Yeah, I like to end it there, man. This was definitely fun. This was good. Hopefully I didn't get too. I know I got really high at that. It's like a 5 or 8 minute segment there.
Yeah, you did.
But hopefully I brought it back down and didn't ramble too much. But I'm still feeling it. But nah, man. Depending on how this goes. Depending on the response, I guess depending on if people like it, or just really honestly depending on if it's something that maybe we could just do like a couple of times a month or something shit like that, or it might be a thing. I mean, it kind of is a series, but I can't talk.
Wow.
It is kind of a series.
Cut it off, bud.
So hopefully we will have great feedback, which would tell us that, you guys would want to see more of us and hear more of us. Because there's so many things that we didn't even get a chance to get to today that could turn into some great conversations. But thank you. I'm here. Thank you for watching, for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. And thank you, obviously, for, coming back out of retirement, you know what I'm saying, to help me have a conversation with somebody other than myself on the sofa and shit. We talk about the bullshit over here. We talk about the professional camera shit over there. But over here is for the shenanigans, man. Yeah. Patreon. This is Patreon for people, so appreciate y'all. Tell your friends. Tell all your other, your single friends, your married friends, all that. And then, obviously, Jackson1616 is the Instagram. Not Just Productions is the YouTube. And you're here, so Not Just Productions is the Patreon as well. And, my friend?
Countless Freckles on Instagram, and that's as far as we'll go.
And Not Just Productions. Don't wait till you become famous to tell the world your story. We out.
Bye.
Woo!